Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I will talk about UPSC exam pattern and I will talk in much detail. So I will talk about everything. It might get a bit lengthy, so let's start. So UPSC exam pattern. UPSC conduct its examination in three parts. The first is prelims, second is mains, and third is interview. So we will talk about every part in detail. So let's start. So the first one is prelims and it is a MCQ based paper. It has two papers in it. First is GS paper 1 and the second one is GS paper 2, which is also known as CSAT paper. For GS paper 1, if I talk about syllabus, I would suggest you to check from the authentic website and not to see from anywhere else. But if as an overview I have to tell you, it is geography, political, economics, history, science and tech and current affair. The number of questions are 100 MCQs and for per question we have plus 2 marks. So if we mark it right, we get plus 2 and the total marks of the paper is 200 marks, and we do have negative marking here. By negative marking, we mean that for every wrong answer, we get deducted with 0.66 marks in this paper. So basically, अगर हम आंसर गलत मार्क करेंगे तो हमारे -0.66 मार्क्स डिडक्ट हो जाएंगे, एंड अगर सही करेंगे तो +2 हो जाएंगे, एंड अगर कुछ नहीं करेंगे, ब्लैंक छोड़ देंगे, तो हमारे 0 मार्क्स आएंगे. एंड जो हमारा टाइम ड्यूरेशन है दैट इज़ ऑफ 2 hours फॉर द पेपर. एंड जो नॉर्मल कट ऑफ होती है वो जाती है 90 मार्क्स तक, विच मीन्स दैट यू जस्ट हैव टू स्कोर 45%. And it is based on cutoff, so it can vary a bit, but generally इसके around ही होती है. So the second one is GS paper 2, which is also known as CSAT, and इसके syllabus में generally होती है maths and English, which includes logical reasoning, competitive aptitude and reading comprehension. The number of questions is 80 MCQ and per question के लिए you have plus 2.5 marks for right, and then total marks is of 200 marker paper, and इसमें भी negative marking है which is of -0.83 for every wrong answer, and for every right you have plus 2.5 marks, and इसमें for blank you also marked as 0, and duration is of 2 hours. And there is no cutoff in this. It is just a qualifying paper. You don't have to score very good in this. You just have to score 33% in this, which means that you have to score 66 out of 200 marks to just qualify in main. Additionally, I want to say that your qualification to get in mains depends on two papers, which is GS paper 1 and CSAT. So CSAT is just qualifying. You just have to score 33%. उससे ज़्यादा आए तो it doesn't matter, it doesn't count at all. But अगर 33 से कम आए तो you get disqualified no matter what you score in GS paper 1. So it is important to pass. But in GS paper 1, as I mentioned, the cutoff generally goes till 90, but say suppose you got 120, which is very good, but उसके बाद भी you just need the marks to get qualified in mains. That means after getting in mains, we start from 0 and we do a fresh new start from scratch. So prelims के marks doesn't contribute at all for your final ranking. Rather, your final ranking is based on marks from mains and interview. You just have to pass pre and it doesn't contribute at all for your ranking. बस mains के लिए pass करना होता है. So our prelims is done and now we will move on to understand mains in detail. So mains is a subjective paper. It does not include MCQ based questions, and there will be 9 papers in mains and 7 papers plus 2 qualifying papers. And as I mentioned earlier, qualifying means you just have to pass. उसके जो marks होते हैं वो आपकी ranking में contribute नहीं करते. And remaining 7 papers के marks add होते हैं, and it does contribute a lot in your rank, so it is important to score good in this. You have to give 9 papers in 5 days. Yes, you heard it right, 9 papers in just 5 days. सो दिस इज़ द स्केड्यूल ऑफ द 5 डेज़. डे 1 पे होता है ऐसे पेपर. इसमें 2 क्वेश्चंस होते हैं एंड 2 ऐसेज 125 मार्क्स ईच एंड ये 250 मार्क्स का टोटल पेपर होता है. सो 2 क्वेश्चंस आते हैं इसमें. डे 2 पे होता है जीएस पेपर 1 एंड जीएस पेपर 2. 2 पेपर एक ही दिन में, यस, एंड दोनों 250 मार्क्स ईच होता है. सो ये सारे ही पेपर एक्चुअली 250 मार्क्स ईच हैं, मैंने मेंशन किया है, एक्सेप्ट 2. सो डे 3 पे होता है GS 3 एंड GS 4. डे 4 पे होता है एक इंडियन लैंग्वेज पेपर विच इज़ कैन बी एनी लैंग्वेज लाइक कन्नड़ा और एनी रीजनल लैंग्वेज जो कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में मेंशन है. एंड देन होता है इंग्लिश पेपर. ये दोनों ही पेपर आर जस्ट क्वालिफाइंग पेपर विच मीन्स यू जस्ट हैव टू पास इट एंड इसके जो मार्क्स हैं विच आर नॉट कंसिडर्ड फॉर योर रैंकिंग, सो यू जस्ट हैव टू पास इट, ओके. एंड उसके बाद में यू हैव योर ऑप्शनल पेपर. डे 5 पे ऑप्शनल पेपर 1 एंड पेपर 2 होते हैं एंड ये दोनों एक ही सब्जेक्ट के हैं एंड दे आर 250 मार्क्स ईच. So mains में each paper is of 250 marks except these 2 which I mentioned qualifying paper, and so हमारे 250 marks of each 7 paper into 7 हम करेंगे तो we get 1750 marks of all 7 papers. And out of this 1750 marks you just have to score 740 marks to go in interview, and it is actually based on cutoff, so थोड़ा सा different हो सकता है but on an average यही होता है 740 के आसपास. But this 740 marks is required to go in interview, but if you are planning to be like a topper person, so if you get 900 out of this 1750, then you can be in actually top 10. So the final stage is of interview, third stage, and इसमें you don't have to know much because इसका कोई syllabus नहीं है and your final marks are based on mains plus interview and your prelims marks are not counted in this, so I'm mentioning again. And your total marks for mains is 1750 and total interview marks are 275. So if we total it, we get total marks as 2025, which is your total marks. So इतने में से if you want to be Air 1, you just have to score 1100, which is literally just 50%, and by getting 50% you can be literally all India rank 1 topper of this UPSC examination, so you can definitely do it. So this was all about the UPSC exam pattern, and you can ask me anything if you have any doubts till now. So I want to end the video by saying you can be a topper and the journey begins now. So good luck for your journey. And if you have any doubts, you can tell me in the comments. I will try as much as I can help you. Thank you for watching the video till the end. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.